Hi and welcome to my PlayHouse. And today I have a new little toy that I wanna unbox and have a look at. I'm a sweaty mess. We are in the middle of a heat wave here. We just had the record high temperature recorded in Denmark. I'm not gonna say ever, but in recorded history. So yesterday we reached 37 degrees Celsius. And that's an improvement of the previous record of 0.6 degrees. So it's warm. So, this is a Ubiquiti thing. Let's see. So I was offered this, not by Ubiquiti or anything, but by a work colleague of mine who had he had purchased this for his dad, and then sadly, ever so slightly shortly after that, his dad passed away, and he had purchased one for himself and one for his dad. So now he had one that he wasn't using. So yeah, sad story, but I got the benefits of it. So this is a Ubiquiti Dream Router 7. It's a UniFi thing. And it has a very nice box, and it has some labels on the back. Apparently Ubiquiti is from the USA. It's made in Vietnam, and this one has a EU sticker, so probably genuine Ubiquiti product. It has a little reflective thing there as well. So that's the box. It isn't brand new. It has been in use, and but it barely shows. So let's unbox. There is some help here. unifi.ui.com. There's a QR code, and that will bring you where you can find your apps for your phones, either iPhone or Android phone, yeah, Google phone. And then it looks like this. It has been unboxed before because it has been in use, so normally this would have been wrapped in some sort of plastic thing, but it's kind of an egg-shaped thing. So this has become very modern. I think that oh, it has a little reset button in the bottom of it. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Normally you have one of those things that you have to poke it with, but oh, this one has a real button that you can just press. So there is the egg. Then there is a bit of accessories in the little drawer down here. First, I will just get all of it. I don't think there's anything more than that. The insulation is very cool. It's kind of I kind of like this, where it's just cardboard, and therefore it's not well, it's very green when it's just cardboard. I'm sure this is reused, and then they have kind of colored it afterwards. So, but I both think it looks good, and it's good for the environment to use cardboard instead of plastic. So, good thing about this, it has a built-in power supply. So it comes with a nice little white cable here. Not a white label, but a white cable. And it has one of these connections, the two. And this is a very fancy cable for that. So that's probably why it had that EU sticker right there, to make sure that it came with the right cable. I would guess that the thing can use both EU and US voltages. Let's zoom in on that. And it's right there. Yes, 100 volts to 240 volts. So yeah, it's good for both the EU and the US. Very unfortunately, I seem to have not been able to get the manual out of my colleague. I will probably have to ask very nicely about that. Oh, it comes with some some Velcro things here. So for cable management. My thought is that I'm gonna be putting this one in my Datacenter, and it's gonna be managing my my internet and network things. The good thing about this little egg is that it does most of what you want out of Ubiquiti. So this egg can handle your network configuration. So right now I'm using the UniFi controller, which is running from a Docker container on a Synology NAS. So this will be able to run that. I am also running a very old video server, which is also running on my Synology NAS, and Ubiquiti has stopped providing updates for that many years ago. So I'm running something that is ancient, and they have most likely done a ton of improvements on that, but I have not been able to get that because I didn't like the idea. I don't like the idea of this, that you have to buy the hardware, a hardware thing to manage your other hardware things that you have actually paid good money for. So Ubiquiti's cameras are not exactly cheap, and this thing from new is also not exactly cheap. So when you need a hardware thingy to control your other rather expensive hardware thingies, when they used to make some software that you could just use for free, I think that's a step in the wrong direction. So both the UniFi controller and the UniFi video server thingy has been going in that direction. So they want us to use their hardware, and they have had many UniFi Dream machines, or what they call it, that you could purchase, and you could do this. And well, this one just happens to come by, and it was well priced, and it also has some hardware that I really like. So when we go to the back, I'll show you that. So the UniFi Ubiquiti Dream Router here is a little bit future-proof, well, at least from where I'm sitting, because it has a 10 gigabit SFP plus connection down here. And for a egg-like thing that's meant for sitting in your living room, that is a really cool feature, that you can connect this well, fiber optic cable right in there, and it has 4 network ports, and all of these are 2.5 gigabit. And with my internet connections, I have a gigabit fiber up and down, and that is just 1 gigabit, and these are 2.5 gigabits. That means that I will be future-proofing quite a bit, because I don't really need a 2.5 gigabit internet connection, but I can. Whereas they will normally say that this box, this is a WAN connection and this is a WAN connection, these are LAN connections, and this top one is actually a PoE connection. You see the tiny little power sign right there, meaning that that's a power over Ethernet connection. So you can connect your camera or something else to that. You could also connect a little Ubiquiti switch. Ubiquiti has some switches that are also PoE. So if you had like 4 cameras, it might just be able to handle that. But so the idea is that you have your internet connection coming in this way or coming in this way. I would do it another way. I would have the internet connection coming in through one of these ports, that one probably, and then I would have this one connect to my LAN connection, because then I can connect. I already have a 10 gigabit switch, so that means that I can connect this directly to 10 gigabit network, and I can have my 1 gigabit internet connection going directly into a 2.5 gigabit connection on the router here. That means that everything is going to be very well within specs. As this also can control all of your cameras, it also has a little micro SD card down here that comes with the box when you get it. So you can, it comes with also with this little clip thing, but that you can put in there, and then you can drag that out like that, and you can use your nail, and there we have a little purple Western Digital 64 GB micro SD card. Very nice. And purple is usually meant for surveillance camera data, so that is perfect. I am not entirely sure if it can take a bigger card than 64 gigabytes, but I would expect so, but I haven't figured that out yet. So it has some really nice specs as well. The processor in it is not extraordinary big, but it's also really meant to not use too much power. It actually has a bit of weight to it, so that is cool. Inside the Dream Router 7 here is a Cortex 4-core ARM CPU, and it's the A53, and that CPU has a very low power consumption of 0.13 watts to 0.25 watts, so somewhere between 1/8 and 1/4 of a watt for the CPU. The box uses more power because it has it has network ports and switches and stuff. So, but the processor is very power efficient. It has 3 gigabytes of RAM that it can use for the processor, but it's a 1.5 gigahertz processor, and it does have some limitations, mostly to how many cameras it can manage and how big the resolution of the cameras can be. So if you have a lot of 4K cameras, you need something more powerful than this. But I think it can take one 4K camera, and it can take a bunch of HD cameras, and yeah. Also, I just looked it up. The micro SD card here, they tell you that it can do a 1 terabyte SD card, but there is also confirmed rumors that it will actually work okay with a 1.5 terabyte SD card. I can though tell you that at the moment, with the current IT prices of stuff, that size is not very affordable. It's as much as the box itself from new for that little SD card if you want the maximum size. So I might want more than 64 gigabytes, but I am not willing to pay that amount. That was quite a lot. So it also has Wi-Fi, so and Bluetooth. So it's kind of an all-in-wonder. Okay, so I have connected power to it, and it complains it wants the cable, but that's because it hasn't been factory reset yet. I looked in the manual online, and this little reset button, I should be able to press it for about 10 seconds and it should reset. So let's try that. Press, and we'll count. 6, 7. There we are. That was very neat. It actually even told us what it was doing. Cool. Okay, now it's white, and it wants a cable again. So, but my phone with the right app, the UniFi app, has actually found it. So I can now connect to it on my phone, and I can do all the hard work in here. And I can create a new network for this router. Plug-in internet cable. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that in this video, as that's gonna be in the data center. So I guess it's ready to go. All the rest of it is all the boring stuff on the computer, and so rather a short video. Yeah, there's not much to this thing. It's just a box with some connections, and I have to do a lot of stuff. I have to get my cameras over onto this box, and I have to get the rest of the network over to this box. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that isn't very I don't think it's gonna be very interesting. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so you can see me again, and maybe we'll get back to this and I'll show you how far I've gotten. But I am totally new to this Dream Router thing, so maybe it's a dream, maybe it's just a nightmare, who knows. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. Have a nice day. Bye bye.